Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Schedule Pro Gamer. Today we're doing another ranked game that I actually played myself with Yoshi Power, as you can see. And we are going to watch from Mordekaiser's perspective. So I am in the bottom lane, coming down here. And yeah, Mordekaiser is played, as I said, by Yoshi Power, who is going to do the mid lane. So obviously we have some junglers, we have a pretty decent team overall. We have Dr. Mundo as a jungler versus Gangplank as a jungler. And then we have Mordekaiser versus Brand. Brand is probably going to go mid. Bottom lane is going to be Sona Ash versus Corki, I don't know, Soraka, of course. And then top lane is going to be Cannon versus Shen. So yeah, with Mordekaiser, you can get up to a whole lot of farm, and getting that whole lot of farm kind of puts you in the undefeatable mode, because yeah, if you get a lot of farm on Mordekaiser and you can get the AP going, get the spell vamp going, all the good stuff, then you are pretty much undefeatable in the end game. So we're going to keep up with that. We're going to watch where he can improve, because he asked me to tell him where to to watch for the moments where he might be able to improve. But yeah. Well, some help here would be nice from Mundo, obviously. But yeah, it is mainly with Mordekaiser about getting some extra damage done on things like golems. And he apparently cannot really reach that. No. If you're standing over there, you cannot really reach the golems. And I seem to have turned off the sounds. Let me turn them back on. There we go. So I hope the sounds aren't too loud. Yeah, I cannot really hear that, but normally they are not too loud. If they're too soft or too loud, let me know, because I tend to switch software and not adjust the sound. So every now and then I have a game where the sound is either too loud or not loud enough. Anyway, he's just going to farm up for now. And with Mordekaiser, you want to make sure that you don't push the lane too much in the beginning, because it is really easy to push the lane, but especially in the beginning of the game you want to make sure that you get all the minions, but don't push completely forward, unless you have a jungler that's not really scary. But with Gangplank, I guess that is kind of the case. He's not a super scary ganker, but he is still pretty decent. He can do a lot of damage, he can slow you. But yeah, it's not like you're dead once he comes in. He's not Rammus. Because Rammus, if you get caught by him, then you are CC'd for life. And I mean, he has a 2-hour taunt, and then yeah, you're dead wherever you are in the lane. So whether you push the lane or not, but the chances of getting caught by him obviously increase when you push the lane. So Mordekaiser pushing the lane here into the tower. At this point it doesn't really matter. You should try to prevent this. Yes, very nicely done. Keeping Brand in at low health and low mana is excellent. And this is the moment where you start to push. By the way, I don't agree with the Siphon of Destruction as a first skill and as a first skill to level up. But it is a choice. It has to do with what you actually want to achieve in this game. You should prevent this teleport. Doesn't see it or doesn't care, but you should really try to prevent that every time someone does that. And well, the preferred moment to do it would be like 6 seconds in, because the recall is either 6 seconds or 7 seconds or 8 seconds. depending on whether or not you have the skill in the right tree, come on, utility tree. It reduces it by 1 second, so you should at most wait 6 seconds with that. And yeah, the longer you can wait with it, so the later you can catch him, the more time he will waste. And as we saw in the previous attempt, he tried to recall and then had to stay in because the minions were already, yeah, pushing on his turret, and he needed to get that. Well, he needed to get back in lane or stay in lane at that point. And oh, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned, but I did say that I didn't like Siphon of Destruction as a first skill. I like Creeping Death as a first skill. It may not do as much damage, but it doesn't do damage instantly, meaning that it will charge up the shield bit by bit, plus you can farm at a larger distance, you can prevent last hits, you can prevent damage to yourself. To me, it's just a much better skill. Oh, by now, by the way, when he comes back, he has the Hexac Revolver, where Brand has nothing. And by now he should start taking his raids, enemy raids, because that is just what Mordekaiser does. And obviously Mundo will not agree with the fact that he needs to give those away, but he does. Mundo should be ganking at this point. He should be harassing the lanes, making sure that, yeah, he's actually doing what a jungler should do. So immediately run to the raids here. Don't even bother with harassing this guy, because he's just going to stand back and pick up the minions. But by now you could have had the 50 gold that is stacked here, and which may be more because you don't know when the enemy jungler was there last. And then after you do that, you pick up the next wave and you go to your own raids. And if you keep doing that, you get 4 minions extra per wave, and that is a huge amount. So yeah, here he does go to his own raids, and they are going to spawn really soon. And in the meantime, Brand is going to push this. But yeah, I'm not sure when Mundo killed the last one, but yeah, there it is. It just came up. But yeah, if you do it correctly, you can get all of the raids as well as all of the minions in lane. Yeah, and he didn't really focus on the minions. You should really just focus on the minions. And since you're not really someone who nukes down the opponent, an opponent such as Brand, because Brand just has a stun and then walks out of it, you should just try to harass him a little bit and wait for your jungler to come in. But Brand is completely out of mana, so at this point you want to just keep pushing. Just, you know, he is completely useless. He cannot even pick up these minions, and yeah, he just lost his raids to the Mundo, to his jungler, and yeah, he's going to pick up these minions now. And after picking up these minions, immediately needs to go back to middle and push these minions into the turret, because Brand now has gone back, thinks that Mordekaiser has gone back as well. And after this minion wave, obviously you go to your own raids, unless the next minion wave is already coming, but it's still all the way over here. And since it's mirrored on the other side, you have plenty of time to get down these raids. And after these raids, there you see it, and the minions will now meet. So way after you've done the raids, and you should always try to run into the raids with the shield already on, the Creeping Death. And he has Creeping Death level 1 if you level it up, so to level 5 by level 4 I guess now. But by the time he's, or if he leveled this one up instantly as a first skill, he would just have to run into raids and gotten all of them. And yeah, it is kind of risky, of course, to do this, but yeah, with the shield, he would have had a much more sustain and would have probably survived that. And would have been able to go a little more offensive, because the Siphon of Destruction really, yeah, it helps you really well against the minions, so you can kill minions with it quite quickly. But same goes for the Creeping Death, and in my opinion, this one is just better. It increases your armor and magic resist, but what is maybe more important, you can also give it to someone else. So you can give it to your cannon minion if you're trying to push a turret. You can give it to the jungler if he comes in and gets focused by the enemy. But yeah, what is in general, it is just something that is really useful. I mean, by now, or now it's only 10 additional magic resist and armor. But if you level it up to level 5, it is way more than that, and you can really use it, because nowadays, yeah, Mordekaiser doesn't stack armor items and magic resist items, so it's no longer considered a tank, it's considered a caster, and this is obviously a very good idea if you're trying to get the steal the raids every time. And it is well worth it. It stays there for 3 minutes, and I think you can get something like 5 or 6 waves of the raids there, and obviously that is well worth it. And if you can prevent the enemy jungler from getting the raids in that time, yeah, that is of course a very good deal. So the raids are now up, and they're not taken, because, well, we would see that. And yeah, well, for now, yeah, Mordekaiser is unfortunately just one of those farming champions. And going aggressive now with the ultimate and doing a lot of damage. There we go, getting a nice kill. You can control this dude with your alt key, and you should really just try to send him into to one of your targets. So getting the additional 50 gold or so, and then yeah, Gangplank coming in, but he didn't react quickly enough to actually catch him, I think. Oh, actually flashing into this, and that is risky business, obviously. But oh yeah, that was too much doubt. But yeah, was really walking back and forward, backwards and forwards around the turret, and yeah, I think it's still worth it. That's not what this is about. It's all about farming, and we will see that Mordekaiser is ahead, 104 to 62. So yeah, he is way ahead, and he should just try to stay ahead. At this moment he's 2 and 2. Brent is 1 and 2, I think. Hang on, no, 0 and 1. So he doesn't even have the kills, and he's not going to be able to compete with this Mordekaiser in the late game. So staying alive would be number 1 concern. Getting kills, yeah, really only number 3. Getting the minions would be number 2. Because I think it's more important to stay alive than to get the minions, but it's definitely more important to get the minions than it is to get kills. Late game, once you get into the phase where you're completely dominating your lane, you're going to stand behind the enemy minions, and or in between the enemy minions, and just completely wipe out everyone that comes close to you. Obviously, going into a 1v2 situation is not a good idea right now, although Mordekaiser does have quite a lot of damage. He's not going to be able to do anything about, well, 2 guys yet. But that's only a matter of time. And yes, I know I said in one of my previous games that Mordekaiser isn't very good one-on-one early game, and I got a lot of comments on that, but that's just the way it is. I mean, here you see why. He is just, if he gets stunned, all of his damage is negated, and yeah, that's it. He is a very short-ranged person, and it's not about the fact that he doesn't have bursts. Once he gets his ultimate, he gets a lot more burst, obviously. And yeah, well, the whole reason for me saying that, well, I said that, saying that it was before he got to level 6, and the ultimate giving him a lot of health here, but not enough to stay alive. Nice. His brand clone dies immediately, so you see the double body there. And another 1-for-1 trade here, but the enemy got an assist on that, so it's worth it for them. And we see some pings going down on Dragon. If that was on Dragon, maybe it was on this guy. Yeah, we're just going to watch bottom lane for a little bit. Top lane, I think, is deserted by our team. And bottom lane is just farming up like it should. At this moment it is 11 to 9, no, 11 to 8, sorry. And yeah, I don't think there's a lot we can do about this dragon. Nobody's really close. Although, oh, we are running in here. Or rather, my teammates are running in here. But yeah, that wasn't very good. And now with Mordekaiser coming in, the fight changes a little bit, but it is still not a good fight to take. Mordekaiser is going to do a whole lot of damage, and with Dragon still hammering on someone, yeah, I think that was on the Mordekaiser. And we will see that, yeah, Dragon actually on Mordekaiser. And yeah, that is not a good idea. Obviously, we should have left Dragon alone. Maybe harass them a little bit until we could group up, but this was like first a 1-on-3 and then something like 2-on-3 or something like that. It was never in our favor. And Mordekaiser did get a kill out of it again, but got killed. And yeah, Dragon is still up. So we're going to try again to stop them. And this time Mundo at full health, so that should be okay. And Mundo should be able to smite steal this, and I don't think he actually did, but I'm not sure. Yeah, they should be able to kill the Corki at least, so that makes it worth it, because Ashe is going to die and then they're going to trade 1-for-1 here. And Mordekaiser comes in. No! Oh, he does get... yeah, he does get killed. Mordekaiser is going to change the fight once again. Because that's what you do if you are Mordekaiser. You just farm and farm and farm until one of these team fights breaks out, and then you completely change the whole team fight by just being there, by just doing your damage. And yeah, getting an easy triple kill there. Well, it's actually a double kill and then one more. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we didn't get Dragon there, but yeah, we might have gotten Dragon, because I'm not sure, well, I wasn't focusing on that, but we shouldn't have gotten Dragon there. That's basically my position. So we could have gotten it, because Mundo was in range and he might have had a lucky smite, but yeah, their jungler was there as well, and they had 3 guys there, so they should have been able to pick that up. So building up his full shield here, getting damaged a little bit by this gangplank, and now, yeah, completely building up his shield once again, and is going to, well, get away at very low health, but it is really hard to kill him. And immediately, with the burst that he has, building up like 300 HP on his shields and about 100 HP on his actual HP, and therefore getting an easy kill on the Brand, because Brand should have just stunned him. With a stun, nothing would have happened. And yeah, the Gangplank was kind of unfortunate there. He did a lot of damage and just got out of the fight with very small amount of HP left on Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser, who couldn't really charge up his full shield, so it's not like any damage was lost there, or any, well, shield was lost. But yeah, if he farmed up a little bit more, so for example going for the raids more, he might have had a little more AP and he would have gotten out of that a little bit easier. Obviously getting armor and magic resist would be good on Mordekaiser as well, because his shield is going to be worth more then. Because the armor and magic resist are still applied when it goes to or when you're looking at the shield. So this is basically 400, or well, a maximum of 510 HP. And just because it's a shield, yeah, it doesn't change anything. The damage is still calculated after the application of magic armor and magic resists. So going for the Gangplank and actually getting the kill there, but once the ultimate runs out, he gets dominated by the enemy team. Yeah, those were I think 7 kills in a row, because I think he was 4 and 4 and now he's 10 and 5. So you can see that once you get into the late game, and yeah, he now has 140 minion kills and 10 kills against 100 minion kills and 1 kill. So he completely dominated his lane and got to deny a lot of a lot of gold to the enemy AP carry. And yeah, with no AP carry or no real AP carry on their team, it should be relatively easy to win this game. And oh, that Ashe, that arrow, man. I didn't see that in game, but oh man. Yeah, so they're going to lose one more. Yoshi getting the steal on that, and a really nice cleaver there from Mundo. And another nice cleaver from Mundo, but he's not going to be able to kill this guy. And yeah, obviously the turret is lost and this Corki is dead. Oh, he still had a flash up. Might even still have his Valkyrie up. Who knows? Anyhow, yeah, he has his ultimate still up, so if he goes low, like now, he can just use his ultimate on someone and heal right back up. Especially someone who has a lot of HP. And there we go. No, not actually able to heal up enough. Waited too long with the ultimate. And yeah, didn't get enough shield from that to get through the missile barrage. But yeah, I'm not even sure how much Corki has actually farmed. Yeah, he has 160 farms, so that's more than Mordekaiser. Because Mordekaiser hasn't really been farming in the later stage of the game. Should really keep on farming. And because he didn't do the wave into raids, into wave into raids, he's missing quite a bit of farm of his potential. So he is going for some extra armor here. And yeah, extra armor makes him just that much more powerful in the late game. So Corki has Infinity Edge, I guess that's what killed him there. And yeah, for the rest, nobody has any magic resist, it seems. There's a little bit of magic resist here on the gangplank. But that's it. Nobody else has magic resist. So Mordekaiser is going to free farm champions in the late game. And now you can see that yeah, that he can just one hit all of the minion waves, and he should be farming. He should just ignore these enemy champions. Just keep farming. Just get the raids, get the your own raids. Wait for the next minion wave, because the longer you stay and do nothing, the more gold you're going to lose. And the more gold you lose, the more AP you lose, and AP is, well, not only damage but also survivability in the late game. So getting a blue buff here, because yeah, well, who else is going to take it? And that means that he's going to be able to spam his spells even more. Don't know what his... yeah, he now has 24% cooldown reduction, which is not nearly the maximum, so making some good use of that. And obviously we are going to try to get a double kill here. So with the Rylai's Crystal Scepter, you should be able to slow him, and yeah, it's an easy kill. But since Mordekaiser is our carry now, I decided to stick with him. Also because we were on Skype together. It is, yeah, it is kind of the best way to do this, to stay with the guy that shouldn't die. And as a support, yeah, you should just support the guy that does the most damage, because as long as they don't die and they get the extra damage buff, in Sona's case, they can do a whole lot more than if I stayed with Ash, because Ash really, yeah, doesn't really have a lot of minions. I think Ash, yeah, has 140, where Corki has 50 more. So yeah, I'm not really abandoning her as much as just sticking with someone else, because the other guy is just more important, and going to get caught here. But he will stay alive for a little bit more. Ash coming in. Ash doing a little bit of a volley. But as you can see, not taking any damage anymore. Because by now, yeah, he has the Will of the Ancients completed. He has some extra armor, which is very important. Rylai's Crystal Scepter adding some extra AP as well as health and a slow. And yeah, well, all in all, just has a very, yeah, solid build to go into this part of the game. And we are going to see what's next. Obviously he should pick up these, because every minion you can pick up is another bit of gold, and as long as you realize that, your Mordekaiser will be really strong. And it's not only Mordekaiser, the same goes for many of the AoE mid champions. Cassiopeia has exactly the same way of playing. Cassiopeia is also a champion where you can just put down some AoE spells on the raids to kill them. And yeah, as I said, every minion you kill is a little bit of gold that gets you closer to that next item. Every bit of gold gets you a bit of AP, and every bit of AP gets you survivability as well as extra damage. And all in all, that is what you're trying to accomplish here. And yeah, you should really just steal these raids, because Mundo has nothing. Mundo cannot do anything in the late game anymore. With the extra gold, he already has his items. He has Atmox completed, Warmox armor, Atmos impaler, and is now building some random items, which really don't matter at all. Whereas Mordekaiser, yeah, he's a really late game champion. Well, he can do very well early game, but he really skills very well into the late game and gets a lot of damage from the AP. So yeah, there's a fight going on the left side of the screen. Mordekaiser is coming in, but not really for the fight, more for the blue buff. And yeah, it should probably get that. Yes, he does, and is now going to be able to focus everyone at the same time, while we all die. So yeah, he is going to die here because, well, we didn't really support him. But yeah, they do get 2 kills out of it, so that's excellent. And Cannon is probably going to make it out. Let's hope for him, because he has an Oracles, and it would be good if he could actually escape that. No! Oh, Cannon, dude, why did you double back? He still has... I didn't see that, obviously. He still had his Guardian Angel up. And yeah, you don't see a lot of cannons with Guardian Angel, so I didn't really expect that. And this might be a double kill for someone. There we go, that's one. And yeah, there we go, double kill. Didn't actually know that it was going to be a double kill, but yeah, well. At least the 2 kills were there. And yeah, Cannon played some really awesome part there because he had Guardian Angels, and because I didn't see that, I thought he was just overextending. He should have ran out. But yeah, he obviously knew what kind of items he had, so he did a good job. So getting about I don't know, 150 gold there, maybe 200 for just killing these minions, and should really just go on farming, and it's going to the bottom lane here to farm up this minion wave, because every minion you can get is, well, one more. I mean, look at how easy it is to get these minions, and you should really focus your early game on getting the minions, getting gold, and not killing champions, unless you have a really aggressive jungler, which may make it easier to get the champion kills, but it's way more important to get the minions. Minions give you so much more good stuff. We get Baron here, and we get Dragon here, so that's an extra 500 gold. And yeah, you can see how 500 gold would change the way that the game actually goes. That's 2500 gold for the team, and that is just a whole lot. So it's going in to the bottom lane, and you can see here the amount of AP he has. He just nukes down the 80 champion, immediately going into, well, farming mode again. And obviously Corki is very able to do damage, so Corki is going to help him get this kill, and getting most of the raids there, except for the big one. And just going into farm mode again, and yeah, you should just let your teammates do all the work when it comes to pushing lanes or turrets or whatever. You're just concerned, because you're an AP carry, you should just be concerned with farming up and killing champions in the end game. Obviously it is useful to be with your team at some point, but yeah, you can see how easy it is for him to just focus down enemy champions, and that's you should always stick to what your champion is good at. Your champion is good at farming early game and killing champions late game. And yeah, he's not going to die here. Come on. Oh, come on. Yeah, Mundo's dead as well, I'm assuming. Oh, Maybe he can get out of it. Ooh. Oh, it actually hit. Okay, it actually hit. No, Mundo's dead. And yeah, that means that I'm probably dead as well. Okay, or not. Right, it just came up. I remember this moment. Before everyone says, why didn't you use it when Mundo was still alive? Yeah, it just came up. That's why I used it this late. Anyhow, this yeah, Shen obviously trying to get as much damage on the turret as he can, and I'm not going to be able to defend that. So Ashe is coming in, and Ashe might actually be able to stop them from killing this turret. And Ashe is actually going to kill him. Come on, Ashe, come on. Oh, okay, or not. He could have had him, but yeah, well. Flash was drawn out, so it's okay. And Mordekaiser is going for the blue buff now. 14 and 8 now with 236 minions. Only Corki anywhere near close. Ashe, yeah, still 40 minions behind, but at least did catch up with Corki a little bit. I mean, still 40 minions behind, but relative to the Corki, she's not that far behind on farm. And yeah, that is awesome. It's also 6 kills where Corki has 7, so that kind of, yeah, it gives you the idea that both of them are just about equal in farm and strength and everything good. And the two strong guys are going to try to at least get some kills here. And yeah, Soraka's already dead here. Oh well, they had a nice speed there as well. And wow. Okay. Yeah, I didn't expect the Shen ultimate to be used for Soraka, who's probably 0 and something. Oh, 4 and 5. Never mind. Then it's well worth it. But yeah, I didn't expect her to be 4 and 5. Because when does Soraka ever get kills? But okay. Sure. Yeah, Mordekaiser going in and going to own this guy now, but yeah, everyone is coming in and he is dead. There we go. Yeah, I should have probably realized that something was up if someone comes to go up against you like that. Completely missed ultimate by me. And it doesn't matter because Cannon is still going to stun all of them and it's all good. And we're just going to ace them here. Come on, come on. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Infinite slows there. Yeah, this is kind of over. So let's just watch the final turrets go down and then everything is okay. Apparently it's not done yet, so Brand wants to die another time, giving me 5 and 3. Yeah, 5 and 3. Excellent. So yeah, Cannon getting out of there, obviously. And yeah, well, enemy team cannot really do anything anymore, so... But yeah, they need to, or they don't even need to. There's another inhibitor already down. But it's okay. You can kill it anyway, and then kill the Nexus. Because with Corki on our team now, it is relatively easy to get that. And getting the last kill. There we go. An ace, and yeah. Corky dying at the last second. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time. GG.